Hey everybody, it's Jason O'Phil, and I'm your gay geeker, and I'm going to be bringing you my personal review from Marvel's The Avengers Age of Ultron, as we continue our countdown to Marvel's Captain America Civil War. Alright, it's here, the second Avengers film. They are all teaming up again to save the world, and this is going to be a rough one. The Avengers Age of Ultron is written and directed by Joss Whedon, aka God. It stars Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., Scarlett Johansson, Chris Hemsworth, Jeremy Renner, Mark Ruffalo, Paul Bettany, Elizabeth Olsen, Aaron Taylor Johnson, and James Spader as the voice of Ultron. I don't know where to begin on my problems with this film, because it's a lot. It's a lot. This film makes me very frustrated, and I'm actually going to just tell you why. We're going to first do the things that I like. There are things that I like. I really like Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany in this film. I love her as an actress, and I love Scarlet Witch the character, so I was really happy to see that they were very successful in creating her. I think Paul Bettany is perfect as Vision. I think the creation of Vision and how he's brought to life through the costume design, from the makeup, everything, I love. And I really kind of love that Paul Bettany is now a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, other than just being the voice of Jarvis in all the Iron Man movies or in the Avenger film. I also really do love Scarlett Johansson in this film. I'm not a huge fan on how they handle that storyline. I don't think it's handled very well, but I think it's also a really hard storyline to portray on screen and not get some pushback, whether it be from comic book fans or whether it be from feminists. It got pushback from both, actually. People really hated it. But I think she did a really nice job with that story, so I have to give her props for delivering something so difficult and doing it eloquently. I actually love all the actors in this film. And I even like Aaron Taylor Johnson, even though I don't really love this rendition of Quicksilver. My problems in the film have to do with a lot of what Joss Whedon vocalized after this film came out. This film feels like a lot of setup for other movies. It feels like a setup for every single Marvel movie that's going to be coming out from now until the end of time. It even feels like a setup for Black Panther, and they don't even go to Wakanda. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing in these films, but I do think this film, more than any of the other films, hammers it on the head over and over and over again. A sequel to set up a bunch of other films, and it's frustrating. I don't need you to make a movie that is going to lay out the groundwork for the next 15 movies, and I think this is what that film does. It lays out the groundwork for movies that haven't even been filmed yet, or at this point had even been cast yet. I do think, though, that this is an MCU film that gets a really good villain. That might have more to do with the fact that Joss Whedon is such a good screenwriter and really knows how to write not only females, as we've seen him do with Buffy or even Black Widow, but he really knows how to write villains, especially smarmy, smart villains. Look at Angel on Buffy, or even look at the Mayor in the third season of Buffy. Those are strong villains that really kind of fit the Ultron prototype. I think James Spader is great in this role. I love his vocal stylings. I love the way he allows Joss Whedon's dialogue to roll off of his tongue. I do think Ultron is a very fully realized creation. I love the action for the most part. I do think that the Hulkbuster scene is a little disappointing, and that's actually because we saw so much of it leading up to this film. We saw it in commercials, we saw it in trailers. In fact, I remember during an episode of Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., they showed a full 3-minute version of it, and I remember thinking, this is a little bit too much. This is like your centerpiece. If you show everything, then a lot of people might not want to go see the movie because they feel like they've already seen the movie. It's frustrating and sad to me that this film has so much potential and squanders a lot of it. I think there's a reason why it didn't have a lot of repeat business, and I think there's a reason why it wasn't as successful as the Avengers. It just isn't as good. I think audiences are really savvy when they're seeing a movie that's basically a bunch of setup with very little payoff, and that's what this movie feels like. It feels like a huge setup and no payoff. I was fairly surprised that they actually killed Quicksilver. I feel it's a wasted opportunity for essentially a very cool character. But once again, I do think Fox has done him better in the X-Men series right now, so maybe they knew that and they were like, we'll just get rid of Aaron Taylor Johnson. It's interesting that he was signed for 3 films, so that makes me wonder if they're going to bring him back with the Infinity Gauntlet. And if they bring back Aaron Taylor Johnson back with the Infinity Gauntlet, I kind of feel that that's stupid and we should have killed Jane Foster and Thor the Dark World and brought her back with the Infinity Gauntlet because it matters more. My favorite sequence in this film is actually any sequence that involves the Scarlet Witch. I love the moment when she rips out Ultron's heart, and I love the moment when Vision comes and saves her. I love the look they give each other. It ties into so much of their history that's so rich in the comics. It made me very excited as a fan. I was a little bit giddy. But all in all, once again, I think these characters have great character moments, and they have great character scenes, but I don't think, on a whole, this is a very successful Avengers movie. I think it's a movie that's juggling a lot of balls, can't drop any of them, and doesn't know what to do with the ones that it's juggling. Well, that's my review for Avengers Age of Ultron. Don't forget, we're going to be counting down to Marvel's Captain America Civil War right here on this channel. So, like my Facebook page, follow me on Instagram, or subscribe to this channel. Just look up Gay Geeker, like Tigger. Okay, I will see you guys next time. And don't forget, it doesn't matter if you're straight or gay, because we're all born geeks. All right, you guys rock. Bye.